It is Christmas Eve 2024, and we're in my Zunfthaus, and I'm joined by Ste.
Hello.
And if you've watched my channel, if you're the person who's watched my channel, you will have seen Ste on an episode from August 2023. Probably released a bit later than that, where we were in Stout in the Black Forest to a wine festival. He was dressed as Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
So Steve's joined me here, and we're going to have a few Christmassy beers.
Well, let me interrupt you there, Martin. We've already started this one time, haven't we?
Yeah, we cocked up because we just enjoyed.
I was on fire, to be fair.
He was.
Hence why I'm a bit annoyed, because I made some really good jokes, and it'll be a bit contrived to do them again.
Bit rehearsed.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, we just had Hans Goober it's a collab between Brewyork in York and CoolHead in Helsinki, and it is a peanut butter and jam stout. And we were talking about Goober. Well, Hans Goober was the villain in Die Hard.
In fact, there's his face on the front of the can. I didn't see that first time. Shall I show people the can?
Is that what he looks like?
That is what he looks like. It's Alan Rickman. And then we later discovered Martin was we were having some argument about whether Die Hard was the best Christmas movie, weren't we? And you were saying it probably wasn't, and then we discovered later that you hadn't actually seen it.
I've never seen Die Hard.
Seen any of the films.
And I need to see it. But this is a recent collab, and peanut butter and jam. Didn't get a lot of the peanut. Like Goober is a peanut.
And it also means
a silly person. Yeah. So there you go.
So that's appropriate for the fact that he didn't.
Although Hans Gruber would probably object to being called a silly person, maybe.
Gruber. Yeah, well, maybe his plan did fail.
A bit of an evil genius.
A Machiavellian evil genius.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
I'll find out one day.
He didn't count on Bruce Willis foiling his plan.
No, in his vest. But we enjoyed that. It was a heavy stout. But it wasn't cloying. It was tangy from the raspberry. I didn't get a lot of the peanut butter.
I got a bit of the peanut butter in the nose, I must admit. I could smell a bit of peanut butter, but it was all strawberries and cream for me.
I suppose, when it's mixed in with that. But you gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
I did give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Which is a big thumbs up.
It's a big
6.5% ABV, 7.5 as a rating. But enjoyable, to be fair. But we were saying that probably not one you'd start off with, but we did.
No, we said maybe one for the end of a meal.
The end of a meal.
Your main course, and you feel like something sweet.
Well, it's not going to get much better now, because now we're going to move on to Yonder. So Yonder Biscoff chocolate brownie pastry stout.
Wow.
Would you mind just showing that to the camera, please?
That's all. Here you go, camera. You got that? There you go, mate.
So this costs £4.95 from my local bottle shop, which is the Craft Beer Cave in Penryn Bay. We're in Colwyn Bay here in North Wales, just down the road, Penryn Bay, the Craft Beer Cave. £4.95 for this Biscoff chocolate brownie pastry stout. Yonder.
Chocolate brownie pastry stout. That's a lot of things all in one.
Yeah, a pastry stout is
is the pastry not the flavour? It's not like.
So pastry stouts are stouts where it's absolutely mullered with sugars, for the sweetness and the and the richness. Obviously, they do add loads of different flavourings and things like that. They're obviously. So
I've never heard of a chocolate brownie pastry as a dessert in of itself.
Yeah, 7.5%.
Undertaking.
Glastonbury, Yonder. Well, not quite Glastonbury, not far from Glastonbury, Yonder. But they do a range of sours and pastry stouts, which I've been getting into recently. And we're going to crack this one open now. But yeah, it doesn't sound like a.
Well, from that, there's a lot of strong words in that title. Chocolate brownie.
Look at that. Now the other one poured like engine oil, and this isn't too dissimilar.
No.
Look at that. If you wouldn't mind showing that up to the camera, look at that.
Looks quite similar to the other one.
There we go. Bit of water in there.
It's got a really dark colour to it. Nice head though. More of a head than the last one.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the way.
But I think the nature of these, that head. The head won't last five seconds on these things. But it doesn't on Guinness either, to be fair.
No, it doesn't.
So what have we got on the nose?
What have we got on the nose? I'm getting It's fruity chocolate.
Fruity chocolate. It is like a dairy milk.
Darker chocolate, I'd say.
Like a fruit and nut.
Everyone's a fruit and nut freak. How does the old advert go?
And it smells rich. It looks rich. It's got a
£4.95 a pint.
What colour head have we got there? Sort of a.
Ooh, wow. Mate, that's a party in my mouth.
You like that? Bloody hell. So it's described as rich,
It's a mouth party.
sweet dark chocolate. Well, I got that on the nose. Cut through with vanilla and topped with spiced crumbly Biscoff biscuit. I had some Biscoff
the
biscuits.
vanilla is a strong flavour. It's like drinking ice cream, that, mate.
It is actually, isn't it? That's a good shout. It's almost a bit like a rum and raisin ice cream sort of thing.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Rum and raisin ice cream, it is.
With a bit of Biscoff.
Yeah. Very rummy. It's it does fit with the. Are we sort of have an impromptu little clink there, mate?
If that makes you happy, we can do that.
It does. I think, given the setting of our German Zunfthaus here, Martin, I am definitely getting German beer market, Christmas market.
Oh really? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
The rum maybe.
Guys,
It tastes.
it's boozy.
What's
It's got.
7%? It's only that little bit stronger, but oof. Yeah.
But it's got that. It's got that little bitter aftertaste of a dark chocolate.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing they might drink in Scotland, isn't it?
Well, we're going all over the place here, aren't we? From Germany to Scotland,
Well, I just think,
and from Glastonbury.
Engine oil.
Engine oil.
Is that what they drink up north? Sorry, is it Scottish?
Buckfast.
Buckfast, yes.
Which is actually from like Somerset or something like that, or down that
That's
way.
Monks as well, isn't it? We had a Trappist.
Fortified wine from Monks.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking really, but well, they make money out of it.
Trappist Monks. You would be if you made that beer all day long. I'd be Trappist.
It's like a dessert, isn't it? Which is what I'm pretty sure Yonder are going after if they're going to call it Biscoff chocolate brownie.
Yeah. It's marginally less quaffable, I think, than the last one.
It's a shame that we cocked up the recording on that because I would agree. I do like it. Yonder do a few different pastry stouts and, as I said, sours. They do a Rocky Road one.
It's nice. Which
is quite nice. It's quite nice. These are really not the sort of things I'd normally drink, but this time of year goes well. You wouldn't have this in August, would you?
You would not. You know what you need? Log fire. Oppressively hot room.
Don't tell me what I need.
What one may need.
Somebody might consider it.
The world is your oyster and you can make
consider
your
it.
choices.
Yep.
Your life choices have got you this far.
Yep.
And who am I to denigrate them? But I think a nice hot room, a bit of snoozy head. Maybe if you hold some Christmas songs on.
Well, we've got Christmas music playing in the background.
Maybe Die Hard playing on the television.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Paul McCartney.
Wonderful Christmas time. Yes, did I mention I saw Paul McCartney at Co-op Live last Saturday?
Where's the Co-op Live?
Co-op Live is in North Manchester, next to the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City Stadium.
Is that a new place then?
It's quite new, yeah. It famously had some...
Oh, well, that's a nice touch.
Oh.
Cuckoo clock goes. I've never been there. But
it's a good venue if you can get in.
So you went to see Paul McCartney for 300 odd quid?
Sir Paul McCartney.
Sir Paul.
It was 140 quid. It was. Paul McCartney. You might know him. He's famously in Wings.
Yes.
Wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Was he in anything else?
He was in the Frog Chorus. He was.
Ribbit in.
Yes, yeah, he was. Good old Sir Paul, yes, he, very,
Anyway, speaking of slimy amphibians, are you having a good Christmas so far?
Thank you. Yes, we're just getting ready. We're going to have a little bit of a soiree later, aren't we?
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to meet early, have a couple of drinks, enjoy ourselves, and then we're going to be having a Cockney pie and mash evening, with liquor. Instead of, what's it called, gravy. Oh, crikey, we've got off to a rich start here, haven't we?
You know what, mate? It's grown on me as I've been enjoying this glass of.
This might give you
pastry.
This might give you gout again.
Yeah, gout. Well, gout. Yes, I've never had gout, but I know famously Henry VIII did have gout, didn't he? As we discussed in the previous.
I think he did. I think, along with several wives.
Several wives.
I wonder which gave him the less shit.
That's a very good question.
Henry VIII would like this because I think he was a
No doubt about it.
no doubt about it. He liked his rich living, did old Henry, and
Sure did.
and I'm sure if Yonder had been around in the
He'd have been all over
sort of 16th century,
all over it, mate.
Henry,
They liked strong flavours in medieval. I mean, in medieval cooking, everything was with dried fruit, wasn't it? Everything was stuffed full of dried fruit, like mince pies and stuff like that. That's medieval, isn't it?
do you know what we should have had? We should have had some mince pies here, shouldn't we?
Oh, I should have had a tray of mince pies, Martin.
Well,
never mind.
Next year.
This is like having a chocolate pudding. Anyway, I think.
I don't think I'm going to feel like eating later, to be honest with you.
No, mate. Eating's cheating, isn't it, Martin?
That's enjoyable, that, actually.
Yeah, I mean...
The last one, we were concerned whether the Hans Goober would be cloying, but it wasn't.
It wasn't cloying.
It had...
Not like Paul McCartney's Christmas songs.
No, God.
No, I like it. I had wonderful Christmas times up there for me, top 5. Christmas songs.
As Christmas songs, I mean, it's the age-old debate. I mean, but if you had to vote for the best ever, in your humble opinion,
Put me on the spot.
the best Christmas song if Desert Island Discs, right?
Desert Island Disc, right.
And the island is Christmas Island.
Of course it is. What song Christmas Island? Is it just like loads of decorated trees and...
Is Christmas Island the one with all the crabs? Is that the one with the crabs, or is that Easter Island?
I think that's Ibiza.
Yes, it is. Yes. I don't know what's on Christmas Island.
Christmas Island. Now, I don't think it's as Christmassy as the name suggests.
I mean, it's a bit bizarre. Well, I mean, Christmas is named after Jesus Christ, and
Mass.
He was from Israel, which is nowhere near Christmas Island.
Bethlehem.
And
No.
St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, where was he from?
Germany?
Nope.
Denmark?
Nope.
Turkey? You always go Turkey, because I know that's where St. George is from, right?
From the Roman Empire. Well, it was the Roman Empire back then, and it's modern day Turkey, yeah.
Well, I'm going to say something now. Isn't the only
You have to.
patron saint who's from the country that he was born in, St. David, in Wales? That's a massive sweeping statement, but...
No, he was from Ireland.
No, St. David, he was kidnapped and made a slave in Ireland, but he was born in Wales.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You should know that.
And St. Patrick...
He was kidnapped.
St. Patrick, who was the Irish patron saint, he was born in Wales as well.
There you go. I could have
Now,
sworn.
I could be wildly wrong there, but at least it's not my YouTube channel, so...
No, it's not.
It doesn't really matter if I
So,
make stupid comments.
Our integrity is, my integrity is very much in your hands here.
And my integrity's at rock bottom anyway.
Yeah. Right, well, look, we'll talk more about Christmas music in a second.
We will.
We'll just finish this off, and then we'll move on to the next one, because, we've done 2 pastry stouts. So
that is nice, you know.
well, actually, I mean, it is a pastry stout. Do you like that?
I know, you know what? I'm going to say I'm not really a huge lover of stouts, generally. But when you combine them with all these sort of fruity chocolate flavours...
Well, it's all the rage now, you know. People are experimenting. Yonder are really good at it.
I think we're in the golden age of
You've got
brewing, aren't we?
Well, the thing now is technology's so great that you can just experiment until the cows come home.
Right.
Invariably, they don't come home.
They
But
do they even have a home?
it's like a field.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so people are experimenting. They're putting all sorts of things. I actually the craft beer channel went to Emperor's Brewery. I have got. Maybe we'll do one of the Emperor's beers.
Where's that?
It's not. It's between sort of Nottingham and Birmingham, really.
That's where the best emperors came from, right?
yes. And it's named after the guy who owns the brewery. He's well into his Star Wars, so the logo is all Darth Sidious. Yeah, Darth Sidious. Yeah.
Darth Sidious. Now, he's from the prequels, right?
Well, no. He was Palpatine.
Was he?
Yes, I'm in XT.
Well,
Sidious.
Sidious,
Yes.
as in
Yeah.
Insidious. That's clever, isn't it?
Yeah, Star Wars is full of that sort of thing, isn't it? You know. But Palpatine, yeah. Maybe Imperial Stout, something there, you know.
This might be what they drank in Tatooine on the cantina. Is that in Tatooine?
I reckon this would be in. No, this is probably too sweet and tasty for the Mos Eisley Space Cantina.
That's it, Mos Eisley. Never before have I seen such a hive of scum and villainy. And I just walked here through Colwyn Bay, mate, so...
He doesn't like you. I don't like you.
That's Grebo.
No, that was in the Mos Eisley Space Cantina.
Yeah, isn't the character Grebo?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Grebo.
We'll have to ask the Emperor.
Grebo, that was... Anyway.
We'll have to ask Emperor's Brewery. But anyway, that's nice. We'll carry on talking about Christmas music and stuff in a sec, and we'll move on to the next ones.
I'm going to give that...
Oh, yeah, go on.
Just because I chose to rate the last one 7.5. I'm going to give that... I'm sorry, Yonder. I'm only going to give that a 7.
Well, it's still pretty good.
I felt it has it's a little bit more cloying.
It is a bit more,
It's a little bit more cloying.
Definitely. I mean, we said you could probably only drink one of Hans Goober, but that was more bitter than sweet. This one, yeah.
Smoother and fresher, and this one's a little bit sits on your mouth a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make a joke.
And it runs the risk of your gout reappearing.
I've never had gout.
Right.
IBS, but not gout.
Right. Let's move on to the next one. Right then. It's Christmas, and it is all about the senses. You know, it's about stimulating the senses. It's, you know, Christmas is when you have
no bloody sense.
No, like sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Rich stuff.
Yeah.
So
too many flavours.
So we've done a couple of
fight against each other.
Yeah. And starting with pastry stouts is definitely within the spirit of Christmas. Now we have Azvex Mana, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is a strawberry, banana and coconut smoothie sour. Rock it up at 6% ABV, if you wouldn't mind showing that to the camera for us.
Mana from heaven, as they might say.
Mana from heaven.
There's an actual picture of a strawberry on there, look.
There is, yeah.
It's landing in what looks like a sticky white liquid that I can only assume is cream.
I have a feeling this is going to be, well, it's going to be...
McCartney again. That's one of his songs.
Cream.
I've got a feeling.
Oh, I've got a feeling, yes.
Cream was Eric Clapton.
Oh, Prince.
Oh, yeah, that's the better Cream, isn't it? Yeah.
That was a good song.
Is that?
No, that's Bananas in Pyjamas, isn't it?
Get on it. Cream.
Yes.
That was New Power Generation.
So Mana or Mana, smoothie sour, strawberry, banana and coconut. Yeah, Azvex, I think.
A lot of flavours again, Martin. It's very Christmassy.
It is. And
why not put some banana on your strawberry?
So I should have looked at this before. I think they're from Liverpool. So,
that's, you know, I'm all in favour of Liverpool, being a Paul McCartney fan, but you famously aren't a fan of Liverpool.
Well, I am not going to bring football into this as a Manchester United. Now look at this. Look at that.
Wow, that really does look
like a smoothie.
That looks like a chocolate fountain, mate.
I suppose it does. Yes. Look at that. Well,
wow.
That is just thick.
Mate, that's gravy.
It is. Look.
I'll show the audience back home.
Back home.
The viewer. That is, you know, it really does look like gravy. And I could drink. I won't lie to you.
Oh,
I could drink a glass of
goodness,
gravy right now.
Again, it's fruit overload.
Fruit overload.
It smells like a milkshake from a fast food chain. I think.
Milkshake from a fast food chain. Any fast food chain in particular? It's not
Little Chef.
That's slow as you like, mate. Sitting there hours waiting for your Olympic breakfast.
Wow.
It's worth it though.
Okay, right. Are we going to down? Yeah, isn't it?
Whatever happened to Heston Blumenthal try and make... Because he was famous for concoctions of weird foods, right? Do you remember him?
I remember him.
He do Little Chef, didn't he?
Was he?
Created a menu for Little Chef with all like snail ice cream. Anyway.
Hence Little Chef no longer being around.
Killed it. Totally killed.
Right, this is ridiculously thick, gloopy. Let's go.
I was not expecting, mate. Is that beer?
That's
a smoothie to me.
That is 6% ABV.
There's bits in that.
That's 6% ABV.
ABV.
Alcohol by volume.
Alcohol. Oh, right. Okay.
Yes. You can just say percent, but.
Yeah, you could. That's what I would say. Though.
I mean, does it look slightly curdled?
Yeah, it does. It looks like it's separated. You know, like when you're trying to make your white sauce and you accidentally go to the toilet and don't stir it enough.
The toilet or the...
I don't stir the toilet.
Sometimes you have to.
Sometimes, if you've got a stubborn one, it's advised to stir it with a toilet brush.
Again.
Anyway, gone scatological. Never good.
You can taste... It does taste like a smoothie with bananas and strawberries in it. It's what it says on the tin.
It's tangy, yeah. It's like raw strawberries.
Yeah, it's not too sweet, is it?
What have they done there, do you think? Have they made a beer and then blended up strawberries?
They will be in there.
Like actual strawberries, wow.
They will be. Whether they probably added some syrups or something like that, I don't know. But
that's like, I mean, it's counterintuitive, but that's one you might have before the gym. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like an injection of
my sort of gym these days.
But also you kind of loosened up from the 8% ABV. And you can really get your PBs.
Sounds good to me. I mean, yeah, it's just...
I don't go to the gym.
Well, I used to. 2024 has been the year of giving, I think. It's given me about an extra stone. Amongst, well, thank you, 2024.
I thought you were looking quite slim, I must say.
He's a cheeky bastard, everyone. Yes, back on it though, back on it next week. Get Christmas out of the way.
Yeah. Gym membership.
Get some marathons back in. Been a while since I run a marathon.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're called Snickers now though, mate. You know what I mean?
And
that's not what you need.
Not only does he look like Jimmy Carr. Yeah.
That's my Jimmy Carr impression.
That's a good one.
And I'll tell a racist joke.
It sounded like Lenny Henry too. It's the same as your Lenny Henry.
You can call me the yellow Lenny Henry.
The yellow. God.
I don't even know that.
I got to be honest with you. It's bloody enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't like smoothies. I must admit, I find smoothies like a heavy orange juice. You know, when you get an orange juice and they squash it in front of you, and you get that, and it's not really. It's too much.
Why would somebody squash an orange juice in front of you?
You only go to a posh cafe and they've got the machine and it brings all the oranges together and crush it. And they put loads of oranges in.
That's just all razzle dazzle, isn't it? That.
It is. It is. Mate, it's theatre in it, so that they can charge you £4 for an orange juice.
So, what is the best Christmas movie?
Ooh, well, you're considered void from the debate, having never seen.
It doesn't mean it's not.
I do like Die Hard, but obviously, Christmas movies, they have to be child friendly, and definitely shooting German terrorists is a no-no when you've got young kids. So I would say, I'm going to go. There's a lot of debate, isn't there, between Home Alone 1 or 2.
Oh.
A lot of people like Elf.
It's
I'm not
nice.
a huge fan of Elf.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I like it, but Will Ferrell, take him or leave him. Anchorman's great, but Blades of
Glory.
Yeah.
That was alright. It's not a Christmas film.
It's just bloody stupid, mate.
Yeah.
What do you think?
They're modern classics, aren't they? I mean, I suppose Home Alone's probably not so modern now, actually.
No.
I mean, we're 40. You're 47 now, are you? I'm 46. Effectively, your younger brother.
My idiot savant younger brother. Not even savant, just idiot.
For me,
he's a goober.
I've got to be honest with you. The film that
Can I guess what your favourite film is?
It's obvious, isn't it?
Is it Muppets Christmas Carol?
Oh, well, that's in the top. That's up there.
Top 5?
Who was Scrooge in that film?
It was My name is Michael Caine.
Ah, not many people know that.
Come on.
Oh, if someone says, anybody would think there's an auto cue over there.
Anyone would think
I love the Muppets Christmas Carol. I remember, what was that out in about 1989, 1990? There was a good, I wanted to go, that was when it was out, and I wanted to go to see it in the cinema. And nobody wanted to go. And I asked the girl if she'd go with me. Long story. Effectively, she said. Well, essentially, she said no. But
course she did.
I think she wanted to go, but she had to do something with family. But anyway, I got it on VHS, and it's a great film. No, but that is not my number one.
Oh right, okay. Is it well known? Have you got some?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well known.
Yeah, it's not obscure.
That one with the train. What's that one?
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Polar Express.
Yes.
How long have I known you? I'll put you out your misery. It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh right, that's a curveball.
It's not a curveball.
I'm in Chevy Chase.
It's a classic.
Chevy Chase.
It's the old. For me, it's the old. It's got all of it. But it hasn't got all of it. It's just funny.
It is funny.
And it's funny every time you watch it. It just doesn't get old, and it's just,
It's not even the best National Lampoon's film, but still, I'll give you that.
Which
That's
is
European Vacation. Has to be.
Yeah, I mean that's a great film.
It's so good. And the American Vacation, or just Vacation, really.
The first one was the Vacation, where they go to Wally World and it's closed.
That's so good.
And then National Lampoon's European Vacation, they were in a TV show called Pig and a Pogue.
Pig and a Poke.
Pig and a Poke.
Pig and a Poke.
Pig and a
Christmas
Poke.
again.
Christmas, yes.
Hey. God rest his soul.
National Lampoon's, absolutely love that film. What else is there? I mean, Home Alone's that's a great film. It really is.
Home Alone's just beautiful, isn't it?
Gremlins as well, you know.
Is that Christmas movie?
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie. Gizmo was a Christmas gift, and all shit fucking broke loose, didn't it? But
don't get it wet.
I suppose it's like a bit like when in the 90s people went through a stage of buying people lava lamps, and don't shake it.
Don't shake it.
Don't get it wet.
Which
Don't
is the
shake.
opposite of Orangina.
I remember being hungover, going to my my sister's house with her husband, and she'd bought him a lava lamp. I was,
Right. Ruined. Get hot as well.
Ruined straight away.
Shook it.
I shook it, yeah. Well, it doesn't say on it, don't shake it.
But does it not later congeal back into some sort of globular form? No, it's ruined forever.
it was fucked.
Oh, man.
It was fucked.
Those languages.
What would you give this one then?
I just don't even know. I mean, to me, it's so distant from what I would consider to be the normal beer that I would drink. But it sort of almost lives in a category all of its own. It's smoothie beer mashup that I
suppose isn't this great about modern brewing though? That
all right. It's challenging.
That you know, if you think back to when we were younger.
Yeah.
You go in, you know. I mean, you're not going to get this on draft, but I mean,
no.
But you
couldn't get that. You'd never clean your pipes.
You get
state of my glass.
You get crappy pilsner.
My, toilet's going to look like that tomorrow.
You get a range of bitters, maybe a mild, bit of Guinness.
You'd get, and they might get an export lager. You might, if you're lucky, or a Stella, a slightly stronger lager.
All that sort of, yeah.
And then, but people would be creative with it. They'd have a pint of mild, pint of mix. Snake bite and black.
Snake bite and black, yeah. So I think, although you can turn your nose up at some of these sort of things, the fact that
my nose is down.
Your nose is down.
Yeah, I'm not turned it up.
No, but people can't. You can say, "Oh, that's ridiculous." The thing is, though,
I'm never going to have this.
The experimentation.
Yeah.
Is I think it's brilliant.
Absolutely, mate. You know what? Why not try it? Because who knows? They might have cracked something out, something new. No, sorry. That's what the white stuff is on the front.
Oh
anyway.
God.
Oh, mate.
We're on a different.
You might want to cut there.
No, it's okay. No.
But yeah, no, I'm purely from my point of view of my tastes, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm going to call that a 5.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just too unusual. Yeah.
Well, I've always been a Bavarian Helles sort of guy,
Exactly.
you know.
You can't
but
beat an
winter months,
Bavarian
this year, that's my way of being where a couple of pounds have come from. The pastry stouts and the sours, I've kind of softened to it.
They call like Guinness a glass, a pint, no, a meal in a glass, don't they?
It's not though.
This is a banquet in a glass.
It's not though. I've got an episode. I'm going to try and put it
I know
out.
it's literally not a meal in a glass. Do you know that?
I went to the Guinness Brewery recently, and I'm not into Guinness, but anyway. But so
Dublin.
These are more intriguing. Dublin.
You've been doubling this year.
Hey!
Prick. Put a stone on.
Stone.
Looks slim.
Right. So let's move on to the next.
Let's do it.
Okay, we are going to finish. Well, we're not. We're going to finish this recording. We're going to go and have a fair few more. I've got actually. I should have brought them in here to do tonight, but I've got a couple of sours from Vault City up in Edinburgh, which yeah, they're nice. So anyway, this is from Moersleutel, which is in Alkmaar, Holland, the Netherlands, and it. This came from my local bottle shop. So we're Colwyn Bay, North Wales, and this is the Craft Beer Cave in Penryn Bay, just down the road. Moersleutel. It's a mega pastry, barrel-aged stout.
Wow.
Barrel-aged
mega pastry.
Mega pastry. I've had to write this down because otherwise I'll never remember. Barrel-aged. The base beer is rested in Marsala fortified wine barrels from Sicily. So if you
Marsala.
Marsala.
Potato.
I think it's Marsala.
Is it?
I think Marsala.
Is he the Egyptian forward that plays for Liverpool?
Yes, Marsala. Yeah. Anyway, 14% ABV.
What?
Maple syrup, pistachio, and coffee. So this is from Holland. This is gonna be.
There's all sorts going on here.
This is gonna be mental, I think.
Is this what they drink in Holland?
Possibly. Well, that's what they drink here as well tonight.
What are the beers from Holland? What famous beers are there from Holland?
Heineken.
That's Denmark, isn't it?
No.
Is it not?
No. No.
What's the one from Denmark?
Carlsberg.
Carlsberg.
Although years ago I was on a campsite in Germany, and an old Danish guy gave me a kind of crown, I think it was called, and it was quite nice. It was quite. Anyway, but Moersleutel, beer engineers, and I have a feeling this is going to be like engine oil again.
They're all, well, apart from the smoothie, they're all very much engine oil based. But I'm up for it.
Yeah. Right. So let's crack it open. Holy moly!
That's what they pull out of the ground in Texas. My God! Wow!
Oh my God!
There will be blood.
This is syrup.
This syrup.
That is syrup.
It's like coffee.
If you wouldn't mind showing that to the camera, please, Stephen.
No, yeah.
Have we done the can? No. Did we do the can?
No,
do the can first.
Show the can to the viewer at home. There it is, and I'll show you, because that's been my job, the crude oil. There it is, crude oil. So,
again, we are probably helping ourselves by having read it in terms of maple syrup, pistachio, and coffee. But
okay, coffee. So maple. So read those ingredients again.
Maple syrup. Maple syrup. It says
maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
Mega pastry.
Well, no, it's a mega pastry. So, BA stout.
So the pastry is nothing to do with, like, you know.
Well, they haven't lobbed they haven't lobbed the quiche in there or anything like that.
No.
But
I mean,
and this was their 8-year celebration. But.
Now the nose is less fragrant than those other beers we had.
You see, and this
is. Not
is
even getting coffee.
If you think about the amount of sugars and other adjuncts they're adding in there to give them these flavours, and probably I'm sure there is maple in there. that's obviously what's giving it a higher ABV, because obviously it's more fermentables in there. So you're getting the sweet. Well, I'm assuming this
is not fortified though. That is actually like they've managed to get beer to get to 14%.
With all the adjuncts in there, yeah. I mean, obviously it's in a fortified wine barrel from Sicily, but.
Wacko. Don't know what that word is.
Well, what does it? What do you get on the nose first though before you discuss?
I didn't get much, so I was.
Yeah, there's not.
Maybe I'm not.
It's a sweet coffee smell.
Maybe I need to.
It's a sweet coffee smell.
Excite the molecules a bit more.
It's a sweet coffee smell.
Because those are my favourite types of molecules, you know, excited molecules. What are your favourite type then, anyway? Back to the Christmas films.
Oh my life! It's like molasses or something.
Sweet molasses. Wow! Look at that. I'll tell you what, mate. I don't know when I drink this.
It's like a coffee cream or something. But it's sweet. So obviously the maple is pretty prominent.
Yeah, it's really sweet still. I mean, for something to be this sweet at 14%, they must have put a lot of sugar in this bad boy. Unless they have.
But that's how you'd get it to 14%.
Yeah.
You've got, 14% ABV.
How many of them could you have in a session?
Oh, at least 8.
Could you?
No.
It's not bad though. I mean, when you first have a little swig of it, you know, when you've had a few beers beforehand, it's obviously that little bit stronger that has that much.
It's got a little bit of bite, a little bit of bite to it as well. But yeah, do you know what? I couldn't. I mean, we're gonna have to brush our teeth afterwards, but I couldn't drink a whole can of that to myself. I'm glad that we're sharing, because it's not that I don't like it, but.
No.
But this needs to be drunk in small quantities.
But again, I mean, this is, this is Scottish, that beer.
It's not Scottish, it's Dutch.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, it's what people with no teeth in Scotland drink, isn't it?
This is not the opinion of this channel, by the way.
No, I like people with no teeth from Scotland.
I work with a guy from Scotland, he's just had composite...
Turkey teeth?
No.
Is it because you were drinking this that you had to have it done?
Buckfast. Yeah,
Buckfast for breakfast.
Buckfast for breakfast. Wow, this is...
Yeah, it's a bit of a curveball, this one. I mean, the last one was a curveball, but this is just spinning in infinite circles.
Again, it's another one that goes quite well with Christmas. They all do, in their own way. They are over the top.
Yeah.
They're luxurious. They're
crying out for attention.
They are. So,
I wonder why they've got a picture of a wrench on the front. Is it because that's what,
Well, I haven't looked at what the translation of Moersleutel is, but maybe it is...
Wrench.
Spanner.
Oh, is that spanner? What's the difference between a spanner and a wrench?
A spanner doesn't have a little adjustable...
Oh, the screw bit.
That.
Yeah.
That.
We know as much about...
spanners.
DIY as we do about Dutch.
Yeah. Spanners. So, no, well, this does help you step into Christmas. As a kid.
Makes you fall into Christmas and not get up.
What are your happiest memories in terms of gifts and things like that as a kid at Christmas?
Gifts at Christmas?
Yeah, well,
Happiest memories?
As, we are lads from the 80s and early 90s.
Yeah. Probably getting a BMX bike. Do people still get BMX bikes? But we all got BMX bikes in Colwyn Bay.
They get these bloody electric ones now, don't they?
Oh, I know. Or hoverboards.
Like Back to the Future.
Sadly not. They don't hover. They're just called hoverboards and they've got wheels that touch the ground.
Is that right? I ain't got a clue.
Absolute con. Back to the Future.
Yeah, it's different these days. I mean...
What's your favourite memory of Christmas present? Sabutio?
Oh, I love Sabutio. Sabutio. I've got a custom-made Sabutio table, but that's a different story for a different day. The games just used to be so playable. I do still have upstairs in my house crossbows and catapults.
What a game!
Crossbows and catapults. That is the game of games.
It was the game of games.
Unless you got a carpet, then it's shit.
Yeah, you need liner.
Yeah. You need liner for that. But it's different these days. You've got the internet and kids.
Yeah. Spoiled as the internet, isn't it?
I always chose I always chose what I wanted for Christmas based upon my mum's Grattan catalogue.
Yeah.
So you'd sift through it and go, right, Connect 4, Hungry.
The same way as you'd go through the TV Times and circle all the things you wanted to watch. Now you can watch anything you want whenever you want.
I still buy the TV Times at Christmas. I don't look at it, but it just reminds me of my nan, who'd always come and stay for Christmas, and it'd always be tucked down between the crevice of the sofa, or along with the Radio Times. But the Grattan catalogue, you could just go through and you'd have an A4 piece of paper and you'd make a list of all the things that you wanted, like I say, Hungry Hippos, all that sort of stuff. Pop-Up Pirate.
Would you go through the bras when you're on?
Well, I was going to say that was the other thing about Grattan catalogue is you'd always make a pit stop at some of those.
A pit stop.
Yes. A pit stop at those pages on route.
The internet's ruined that as well, isn't it?
What? Porn?
Yeah. Not that
how's it ruined it?
Because you would never look at a bra now because you can go.
Oh, you can go full gas now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
Gone are the days of finding escort in a bush in Aries Park. You know what I mean? That was the equivalent. That was our internet back in the day, wasn't it? That bush by the Civic Centre where there was always a porn magazine.
I suppose so.
Is that just me?
That was just him. But yeah, those. It's different now. They play their Xboxes. Although I think the best gift I ever got. I used to love crossbows and catapults, but what year was it? Christmas 1991. My mum got me an Amiga, and there was a game called Shadow of the Beast 2. And it had this wild. It was like this intro.
That reminds me of the mother-in-law.
It was an intro. It was this animated intro, and you go, "Oh my god, computers now—they're out of this world."
Oh yeah, the graphics blew your mind. And you look at them now; they're pathetic. But anyway, and you know what else I used to like doing at Christmas back in the day? You'd get all the music magazines and look at the top albums, wouldn't you? And see which ones you'd had.
Never.
Would you not? That was just me. I mean, no one does that. There's no music magazines anymore.
Oh, is there not?
No. They've gone. Anyway.
There you go. Well, talking of gone, we'll be gone in a minute.
That's sad, Marty.
It is. Sad. But it felt nice and appropriate to have these 4 beers as we start to step into Christmas ourselves.
You said step into Christmas. Are you a fan of that song?
Elton John.
Elton John. Yeah, Dwight. What's his name?
Reginald Dwight.
Reginald D. Dwight. Isn't he a comedian?
He's known as Hairpiece in Germany.
Is he?
No. Well, he might be.
I wonder if he had a few of these when he was doing that version of I'm Still Standing at lockdown. Yeah.
I'm doomed in. What are we going to give to this? I get the maple there.
What are you comparing it to? If the maple, yeah, it's really sweet.
Would you drink it again?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm not pleased to have tried it. Because of course I am. And I think that beers like this, they're designed for maybe if you're having one beer, or 1 or 2. They're not. The traditional British Christmas drinking liquid, are they? You would.
No, they're not.
I think perhaps we are peculiar in this country that we like to drink until we basically blotto every time we do it. But I think abroad, maybe on the continent, they like to savour 1 or 2, have a couple, and try something unusual. And if I was in that space, if I was just having a couple of interesting beers, trying something out, yeah, I'd have enjoyed that, I think. The smoothie, I think.
Is that your least favourite, the smoothie?
Yeah, the more I think about that, the more I just can't get my head around it.
Well, I'm gonna make you try the Vault City afterwards.
Is that like a gymnastics thing?
Yes, yes, it is, Stephen.
I was never very good. I can't even do a forward roll, Martin.
Only sausage rolls.
Mega pastry.
Mega pastry. Mega pastry. So it actually says Mega Pastry BA Stout.
Pastry.
Mega Pastry BA Stout, which stands for barrel aged.
Barrel aged.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though.
That Marsala fortified wine from Sicily. I think that's probably why you're getting a bit of a richness from it.
Barrels from Sicily. Took them up to Eindhoven or wherever. And they put their maple syrup.
Alkmaar.
And I tell you what, I do like masala, not the curry version. I do like it. It's very nice and gravy. It really gives it that little bit of je ne sais quoi. Speaking of gravy, wasn't that the chocolate brownie looked a bit like gravy, just to bring it all back together.
Yeah, it did.
And marsala, I am getting marsala in that. I definitely am.
No,
rich,
I think it was
deep, almost porty vibe.
It was the strawberry and banana smoothie sour that looked a bit gravy.
Was it that one that looked like gravy?
Yeah,
I thought it was the chocolate. What's the one that came out that looked like it? You know, like you had runs.
The Hans Goober and the Yonder Biscoff chocolate brownie were, but look, nice, and thank you to the Craft Beer Cave in Brewery Bay for.
Did they give you them free of charge?
No, they charged me. You know.
Hashtag. Give him his beers for free because
you're going to get millions of pounds worth of business out of this.
Yeah, because I think your viewer will be going to the Craft Cave first thing after seeing this video.
Oh, from all over.
Purchasing these 4 beers.
For all over.
And reliving this experience.
But anyway, time for us to go and enjoy Christmas. And we hope you enjoy Christmas as well. And thank you for suffering with this channel over the past year or so. I've got to decide on what episodes I'm going to do next year. I do have a trip back to the Abbey of Mount St Bernard, where Bernard. It doesn't sound like a Bernard.
Yeah, St Bernard. Mount St Bernard. It sounds. Is that in Attersage or whatever it's called in Manchester? Where's he from? Bernard Manning.
Bernard Manning's from Blackley.
From Blackley.
Blackley, isn't it?
Dangerously close to Yorkshire, that mate. You don't want to go up there. I mean, Yorkshire's fine, you know, as long as you don't like laughing or fun.
Or level streets.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I was going with this now. But
you were doing a improvised outro. What does the auto cue say?
It says, Merry Christmas and please subscribe. Give us a like.
If you're not already subscribed.
You should. You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. No.
There's going to be, but yeah, this year, so the Abbey of Mount St Bernard, I'll be going back there.
Is that where the famous, the dog that rescues people on the mountain?
That's the St Bernard dog, yeah.
What's in the barrel that it takes up?
Pastry stout.
God, is that what you want? You know, you picture the scene and you're stuck on top of the Eiger. You're dying of thirst and hunger.
And then an overweight dog brings you a pastry stout.
Yeah, it licks your face.
But I think this would. I think there's enough calorific content here to be able to sustain escape from, you know, those kind of precarious situations.
You'd probably stay there and wait for the next St Bernard to turn up with more of them, wouldn't you?
Do you know what?
Is that a thing?
That would be a good shout if that's what they were actually delivering. But April, at the very end of April, I'm back off to Munich again to film part 2 of the series of Munich beer kellers and beer gardens and breweries. Yeah, I've got to get back to Cologne. Been to Cologne about 15 times, and I do want to go and do
what's that great jazz bar we went to in Cologne?
Papa Joe's.
Papa Joe's. Have you performed an episode there?
No. I hope to go there this December.
Maybe the channel will pay for you and I to go to Papa Joe's.
Well, it's lucrative, this channel, but there's no shadow of a doubt. But I would like to go to Cologne and go around some of the cellars there. And in fact, yeah. And here you see this in Cologne, they serve the beers in these trays, Fruitcoach, little glasses of beer they serve, and this is how they come and deliver them to your table.
Well, I had my stag do in Cologne.
You did? I was there.
Oh, you were?
You were dressed in fancy dress?
Dressed as a Snickers bar. Or a marathon, which you're going to run next year.
Again.
In joke.
Anyhow, thanks for stopping by, Stephen.
Oh, well, Martin, you know what? It's been an utter pleasure, and I've enjoyed these beers. I really have. They're not beers I would have picked out of the fridge. I'm afraid I've got more conservative tastes. But having had them, I can safely say I'm pissed.
Yes, this has been a good start to our evening. But again, the great thing about the craft brewing scene now is that you just get all this experimental stuff. Yes,
I can say, I get the existential crisis.
Discombobulation.
I love a bit of discombobulation. My favourite type of combobulation.
Yes, nothing worse than that. You know when they say somebody's disgruntled? Has anybody been gruntled in the first place? They never say, well, he's gruntled. They just say he's disgruntled.
So gruntled means happy, right?
Well, it must do, mustn't it?
Yeah, because the opposite's disgruntled.
But nobody ever says, that guy's gruntled over there.
I wish I was as gruntled as he was.
Exactly. Yeah. But they say he's disgruntled.
Disgruntled.
But anyhow,
I don't know.
We are going to be gruntled tonight.
Are we?
And we're going to be gruntled for the rest of Christmas. And we are gonna...
Let's get gruntled.
Let's get gruntled. And...
these glasses, by the way, Martin. What are these?
Well, they're
glasses.
They're good for beer. Got plans for this year, including losing a stone first, and then getting out there and just finding more cool breweries and stuff like that.
Cool breweries.
And I hope you join us. Join us on that.
1 million subscribers, right? I'm going to say it right here. You're going to go to the Skull Brewery. Right?
Skull was from Brazil, I think.
Was it?
I think so.
No way, it's like...
No, I think...
Isn't it like Vikings?
Yeah, but I believe...
Brazil?
You've put me on the spot now, but I'm pretty sure...
We've made a few comments here that fact checkers might not like.
Well, fact checkers, you put me on the spot. I think that Skull is associated with Brazil. So we're going to go and have our pie and mash now, and then we can sort of get on our phones and Google it. But anyway...
Fact checkers.
Thanks for tuning in to the Beer Necessities. This has been Steve Donovan, who looks a bit like Jimmy Carr, and I'm Martin, and I look forward to seeing you all in 2025.
We haven't rated it.
Oh, let's rate it then. Come on.
Is that not a thing you do?
Well, I don't do that, but you can do if you want.
You know,
I haven't rated a single beer. You're the only one who's been rating these beers, not me. I don't do that.
Why?
Why would I?
Is it a bit crass to rate?
Well, it's not. To be honest with you, what we're doing right now is not what I do on this channel. You know, I'm always out at the breweries, and it's never a sit at home and let's taste beers.
I like your voiceovers. They're like, as I was walking through Bruges, I happened upon a lovely beer house. Blah blah blah. Sorry for the way I'm going with this. It's just it's nice because it's incongruous with the way you normally speak. Normally, he's calling me a yellow bastard.
Well,
he's
only because simply because he's jaundice-like, and it's actually after some of this ABV we've been ingesting tonight, you're going to be a bit more jaundice. So,
yeah.
But anyway, enough's enough. Have a great Christmas, have a great 2025, and we'll see you somewhere else. Prost.
Prost. Bottoms up. Yechida.
Yechida.